Alright, hello everybody, it's me DZ. Sorry that it has been a while since I've last done any sort of Gunpla video here. Been feeling a little bit under the weather the past few days, so I mainly was just sticking to doing my Fallout videos. And I kind of hit kind of a roadblock with the Master Grade Full Armor Gundam here. Let me just show you what I got so far. Get these shields out of the way. Alright, there's the full armor Gundam. I got the armor for it done. It's all done and everything. And I've got the 4 shields are done. And this is all I have of the backpack right now. So, I still got to do the beam cannon, those fuel tank thrusters that stick off the back, and the double beam cannon and the missile pod I still have to do. I just ran out of flat clear paint. I've been meaning to go by the hobby store and pick up some more, but like I said, I've been feeling a little bit under the weather, so I've been kind of staying in a bit. But I am going to try to go out tomorrow and get some. In the meantime, I have been kind of working on the RG Sinanju that I got a little while ago to kind of just work on in the meantime. This is what I got so far of it. This is the frame. You will notice that the right arm is missing. My frame piece for the right arm broke. I think I was kind of unlucky and got a bad mold of the MS joint frame for that, because the elbows apparently were fused together, and I did not notice that when I first flexed them, and they just kind of crumbled and fell apart. So that was I was just kind of unfortunately unlucky there. Fortunately, the only way to fix that is to get another frame, and getting the replacement sprue tree is not really viable for me. It's probably going to be expensive and take a while, so I just went ahead and ordered a real grade Gundam Mark II kit so I can get the frame, because it's the same frame as this, and I'll just use that. It's kind of sad that I have to buy a kit only to salvage it, but I mean, what else can I do? Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about the frame on the Sinanju. This is the action frame, advanced MS joint frame off the Gundam Mark II here, but it's actually been modified and retrofitted to fit with the Sinanju's larger size. I can show up a little bit of the flexibility on this thing. It's fine here. It'll bend about that far, and we'll move back a little bit. Get a bend out a foot like that. So these are the thruster pods. They come out. They can rotate around and everything like that, and go back in. These little bronze stickers that go over the ends of the thrusters, they're kind of a pain in the butt because they don't stay down. They're curling up on all sides on this thing. It's really annoying me that they don't stay down. You can see the legs got plenty of rotation. Will come out like that. I like this hip joint design. I think the Master Grade had the same design, and I think the Sazabi Recall had the same sort of hip design also. But I like this design. It doesn't feel flimsy to me. It works. For the arms here, it bends. Now, I did check this arm before I started bending it. It was a little stiff when I first used it. It's stiffer on the bottom side of the joint than it is on the top, so it's a little loose. But it's not in danger of breaking though, so I'm just going to be careful with it, because again, I think I got a bad mold with the action frame. These little side skirt thruster things here, I made a little bit of modification to just to open this up down here, and there's a little tab that's on the bottom of this piece here that you can kind of cut off and that'll give you a little more range of motion for this. So now this can kind of stay flush against the arm instead of, I think normally it's like that all the time and it won't move that much, but by making those modifications I can bend it down again, so that works out nicely here. The head frame, it's a little sticker that kind of goes over the eye. I went ahead and used that instead of painting because it's really such a tiny part that I don't think, and once the armor is over it, you're not really going to see it that much. It will adjust very slightly. Get it in the light here. There's a little tab right there. You can see it's green. You can kind of press on that and you can kind of tilt the eye very, very slightly. That's about all the range of motion you're going to get out of that. So the mono eye will move very, very slightly. That's it. But I do want to talk about some of the issues I'm having with this retrofitted frame. So far there's really two areas of concern on here. Not talking about the broken arm. I'm not going to count that against the kit. The first area of issue I am concerned about is these extensions in the ankle. It's hard to plug this leg part in, and as you can see it's kind of shaped like an S almost, and there's a lot of stress. It takes a lot of stress to move this, and I'm kind of worried it's going to crack at some point with both of these, because it's very tight in here, but it's looser up at the top. That kind of worries me a little bit. It's not as bad as the waist area. The waist area is very bad on this thing. I know there was a lot of people that did the shake test with this, and the top would wobble around a lot. And I can show you right here that this is what it does here. And in case you can't tell looking close at this, I think I call this a case of being probably one or too many points of articulation in here that it doesn't really need. Because if you want to try and count the points of articulation in here, let's see. It can bend there, it can bend there, it can bend there, it can bend there, and it can rotate there, and it can rotate a little bit there, but it can go side to side there. And I think this is the weakest spot, is right in here. Right there is the weakest spot on this thing. And I think that's where most of the jiggliness is coming from, is right there. I mean, it's kind of ingenious the way Bandai added extensions to the frame. This part is all extension here. This end piece is an extension. There's extension here, and extension down in the ankle here. That's extension, and there's another extension down there. This part down here, like I said, is probably the weakest point on this kit here, because that just jiggles right there. And it's not that it's loose, it's tight. It is tight. It's just that the design of it is just, it just gives. That's all. So, but I mean, building this thing, it really kind of makes me wonder why Bandai didn't go through the effort of just making a newer, bigger MS joint frame for kits the size of the Sinanju, because if they had made an entirely new frame that fit this size, this right here could have been your basis for a real grade new Gundam right here, and Bandai could have saved some time on this, because right now, looking at this right now, if Bandai does the same thing with this, with the real grade new Gundam that they may make eventually, it's going to have the same problems as this. So that kind of worries me a little bit. But I mean, I am just speculating here, but in short, I really would have preferred a new frame for this. Something that would have been more stable. Because once you get that backpack on here, I know this is going to flop around a lot more, and I can definitely see why now. So yeah. So anyway, that's my thoughts on this right now. That's where I'm at with Gunpla. When I get the full armor Gundam done, get that stand up. When I get the full armor Gundam done, I will do my second part of the review on that. I know I've been kind of behind on that, so I hope you can forgive me on that. So, and I will do a video review on the Sinanju once it's done also. So anyway, that's gonna be it. That's where I'm at right now, and I will do my quick reviews when these are done. Alright, bye-bye, and take care.